Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The latest edition of WWE Raw saw a pivotal change in the women's division as the Women's World Champion Naomi revealed that she is pregnant and relinquished her title. The Glow is expected to be out of action for a while. The Glow's absence will force the company to make major changes. Michael Cole also revealed that WWE may take some steps next week to potentially crown a new champion. Multiple women are in the race to win the gold. However, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, and Rhea Ripley are the frontrunners. This listicle examines 3 reasons why the Nightmare must not become the next Women's World Champion. The former Judgment Day has been in the world title picture since WrestleMania 39. She is undoubtedly one of the biggest superstars in the company currently. However, winning the Women's World Championship for the 3rd time would overexpose Ripley to the audience. Fans might turn their backs on Mami for winning yet another championship and stealing a rising names opportunity. Rhea Ripley officially became a babyface at SummerSlam 2024, when Dominic Mysterio betrayed her to side with Liv Morgan. The face turn sat well with fans, and Ripley's popularity skyrocketed. If Ripley chases the title and overcomes adversities before ultimately capturing the prize, she would become a bigger babyface. Hence, she should not win the now vacant title. Being crowned as a champion after the real title holder walks out is arguably less impactful than beating the strong champion. Mami should beat the world champion to create another memorable WWE moment instead of capturing the vacant title. The Nightmare has been chasing the gold for months, and her pursuit should not end anytime soon if the creative team wants to make the storyline compelling. WWE has been building a storyline between Sky and Ripley for months, where Rhea has never been able to beat the genius of the Sky, despite multiple encounters. Both women share a close bond, but once they are against each other, they go all in, making their relationship strange. The Kabuki Warriors are now getting involved in this program, making it more interesting. Therefore, the Sky and Ripley saga does not need a title, and the two could continue their rivalry without a championship. Nayan is a WWE news and features writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling. After completing his bachelor's degree in mass communication from Potter International, he began working as a YouTube scriptwriter. Nayan then transitioned to Pink Villa as a combat sports writer. He gained valuable experience there before finally coming under the banner of Sportskeeda. Within 1.5 years, Nayan has written over 1,000 articles, interviewed MFN promotion owners, and conducted a Twitter campaign that gained over 50 retweets and more. He puts fact-checking and mindful journalism above everything by applying a 3-check method, where he tries to verify reports from reliable sources and cross-check whether other major publications have covered them. Looking back at his association with pro wrestling, Nayan recalls being hooked on the sport after watching Shawn Michaels vs. The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. Since then, the product has been an inseparable part of his life. Apart from the Heartbreak Kid being Nayan's favorite wrestler for his confidence and charisma, he is also a fan of Brock Lesnar due to the Beast's work speaks louder than words attitude. Rhea Ripley, the Mami, the Eradicator, the dark powerhouse of WWE, has undeniably etched her name into modern wrestling history. Her charisma, her brute strength, her magnetic connection with the crowd, both cheers and boos, and her evolution from NXT prodigy to Judgment Day enforcer has made her one of WWE's most compelling characters. But despite her dominance, her popularity, and her clear championship pedigree, it's time to say it loud and clear. Rhea Ripley should not be the next WWE Women's World Champion. One of the key ingredients to Rhea Ripley's appeal is her mystique, that dangerous aura, the cool darkness she brings into the ring, the sense that she's not just another superstar. But as with any unique act in wrestling, overexposure can turn aura into apathy. Ripley has had a dominant run, holding the Women's World Championship for over a year before being forced to relinquish it due to injury. She was booked like a final boss, undefeated for long stretches, rarely tested in the ring, and protected more than nearly anyone on the roster. But here's the problem. Too much dominance without vulnerability becomes stale. Just look at past dominant champions. from Roman Reigns to Brock Lesnar. Eventually, the fans start to feel like the outcome is too predictable. Rhea's time off due to injury gave fans a chance to miss her, and that absence is powerful. Bringing her back directly into the title scene, however, could skip the narrative richness of her struggle to reclaim the throne. She needs the chase, the climb, the story, not another coronation without conflict. Let's face it, WWE's women's division has often relied on the same top names for years: Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, and now Rhea Ripley. All incredible talents, all deserving of their spot. But what about the next wave? Superstars like Zoe Stark, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, and even Liv Morgan, rebranded and reinvigorated, have been showing real potential to lead the division into the future. If Rhea comes back and immediately snatches the title again, it suffocates the momentum of the women clawing their way into the spotlight. Wrestling thrives when new stars rise, when the title is used to elevate, not just reinforce. Imagine Liv Morgan continuing her heel run, or Lyra Valkyria building herself into a true warrior champion. That's new blood. New stories, new heat. Rhea doesn't need the belt to be a force, she already is. Sometimes, the best stories in wrestling aren't about titles. They're about power. Rhea Ripley is the undisputed queen of the Judgment Day. Her absence created chaos within the faction. Damian Priest, now World Heavyweight Champion, has struggled to hold the group together. Dirty Dom has spiraled. Finn Balor's influence has faded. G.D. McDonough has tried to play lieutenant. It's a beautiful mess. Rhea doesn't need the Women's World Championship to tell a great story. She needs to reclaim her control. Picture this. Rhea returns, not to challenge for gold, but to restore order, to remind the boys that she's the one pulling the strings. That story is rich, layered, and personal. It's Shakespeare in spandex. Betrayal, loyalty, power struggles. Adding the women's title into that narrative is too much sauce on an already perfect steak. Let her rule Judgment Day like a mob boss, not a champion. For now. In pro wrestling, there's a saying as old as the squared circle itself: the money is in the chase. Rhea's initial title reign, while historic and impressive, lacked compelling feuds. She was dominant, but rarely in deep, personal, meaningful rivalries. Her best moments, not necessarily the matches, but the mind games, the promos, the backstage tension with fellow superstars. Now, with her return, fans are hungry for story, not just supremacy. Let her work her way back. Let her have setbacks. Let her get screwed out of a title shot. Let her battle with other challengers like a caged beast. The anticipation of Ripley finally taking the title back, when the time is right, will be infinitely more satisfying than slapping the belt back on her the moment she's cleared. That's how you make moments. That's how you make legends. Final thoughts. Rhea's time will come again. But not yet. There's no denying that Rhea Ripley is a future Hall of Famer. She will hold the Women's World Championship again, maybe more than once. But wrestling, at its best, is about timing. Right now, the division needs fresh faces, surprising turns, and unexpected champions. It needs Rhea Ripley, the storyteller, the faction leader, the menace in black leather and chains, not necessarily the champion. Let her simmer, let others shine, and then, when the time is right, let Rhea Ripley return to claim what's hers in a way that shakes the entire industry.